Right, okay. Welcome back to the RaidCall EMS one. Don't laugh, Hubner. I'm trying to produce and direct and do lighting and streaming technology and talk in chat and moderate and bracket build and I don't know, I'm failing miserably. I'm not really. I'm just joking. So just to explain for you, if you are just joining us, welcome to the RaidCall EMS1. It is week 1, day 1 of cup number 1. Couldn't have any more ones in it if I wanted to have any more ones in it. And in that last game, I couldn't have had any more people starting with the nickname P.
Actually, there's another one.
Really?
Yeah, well, they're playing for $1,000 here today.
No.
I know.
Just to pull an extra one out on me like that. Anyway, the thing is, so just to explain for those of you who just joined us, Joe Miller wasn't able to join us today. Unfortunately, he's had a death in the family. Our condolences and obviously our best wishes go to his family. He's back in England attending the funeral right now. As Joe couldn't be with us at the last minute, we had to call a talented young man up to get him into the studio and help us present the show. Unfortunately, he wasn't available, so we got Hubner instead. And it also meant that, disastrously, they had to entrust me. And I know Sir Scoots, if he was alive right now, would be turning in his grave because he would be distraught at the fact that there are Fanta bottles showing. And frankly, the production isn't quite what it would normally be if someone like Joe Miller of his class was here, because, well, he's great at it and I suck. And there I said it. I mean, you know, Scoots wouldn't let me within 15 feet of a Cat 5 cable in the States, let alone operate, you know, I think this is an audio mixer they call this. I think that's what it's called. And the buttons down, I'm not quite sure what they do, so I'm not touching them too much. But anyway, you know, I'm just saying, that's all. The Scoots should be proud of me, if a little salty. Hubner, that first game was a classic.
Yes, it was. It definitely was, and it actually makes me question if Nip can actually win against these guys.
Yeah, really? Are you really going there?
No, I'm actually not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I actually had a Skype message from Get Right just before the game started. And he was pretty confident, yeah. In fact, he was so confident he thought he was actually playing a different team. He actually he thought he'd messaged me and said, "Yeah, we're going to be playing overrated in the next round. If you're going to stream it, let me know." So he'd already predicted wrongly. So they're now going to have to shuffle their strats, and who knows, that might catch them out. No, who am I kidding? The fact is, it's really hard luck for Critical because they've drawn probably the hardest two teams they could have done in the upper half of the bracket, and they've done them one after the other. So yeah, it's pretty bad. If I'm a bit quiet, I'll turn it up, and maybe you can hear us a bit better. Sorry. I'm learning. It's like it's this thing, Vision audio mixer production lights thing, and I don't want to break anything so that you guys, you know, don't miss out on the the game. That's it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's so much to do, Scoots. How did you ever do this on your own? I don't understand. It doesn't compute. The channel that your cord pluggy thingy goes into, slide that. I've done that, mate. I've done it. Yeah, I've read the instruction manual. It said destructions on it, and I read it, and it works fine. Is that better, guys? Are you getting us better now?
I'm getting you better.
These guys, they have no idea what we went through back in the day to set this up. But this is like the shuttle. I might just get the camera in a bit and just show you what's back here. It's like flying a plane or something. It's incredible. I know I'm talking quite a lot about this because I'm filling. Anyway, we're talking to you guys in the chat. If you want to come and join us on ESL TV, it's twitch.tv/ESLTV_CS. It is, of course, CSGO back in the house for the RaidCall EMS1. I'm so happy that Counter-Strike has got itself a really good tournament.
Oh, yes. Do you want to go over the system again? I mean...
Do I want to go over the system? Well,
could go over the system.
Let's do that. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Take us through the system. How does it work?
For sure. Okay, so the system is pretty easy, actually. It starts with the A series, which is open for everyone, which allows every team in the world to just play in it. They play against each other. It's built in a couple of divisions. They play to get in the first division. When they get to the first division, they are eligible to qualify for this cup, basically. Then we have 4 cups um, 4 cups that go into the rating, and that rating determines which 16 teams go into the group phase.
Yes.
So there's a total of 4 cups.
Yep.
16 teams, group phase. They go into the playoffs.
Yes.
So then there's the playoffs, which is an offline final with 8 teams.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. It's not as complicated as Hubner makes it sound.
I'm not making it...
no, to be fair, I'm starting to understand what Carmack sees in you. For those of you who don't know, Hubner's real name is Slave 2.
Yes.
Which was given to him by Carmack. He works for Carmack. I've borrowed him for the evening. Carmack actually was not really that reluctant to give him, so he didn't really care. I'm not sure why. Anyway, so... yeah, basically, it's more simpler than it sounds. It really is.
Yes,
simpler.
it is.
So just go and form a team. If you haven't already got a team, if you have got a team, great. Go and join the A Series, play some games, win some matches. You can then qualify for one of these weekly cups and could find yourself playing, I don't know, Ninjas in Pyjamas or ESC Gaming or Absolute Legends or any of the fantastic Counter-Strike teams that are out there right now playing it. Hopefully your levels are good now. I'm hoping, praying. And by the way, just for the record, Hubner is not nude.
No,
he's not doing a war clown on me. His t-shirt just blends in nicely with the background. Right, so I'm just going to check and make sure. Are we okay? We're going live. We are going live, apparently. Well, that's good news. And in fact, don't tell me they've gone live already. That's oh my goodness. Right, okay. So here's where things get a bit more critical. What we're going to do is let me just see if I can break something now and get you into the game. There we go. There's the game, and there's some game sounds for you as well. Look at that. What do you know? We're back and underway, and unfortunately we did miss the first round because it was already live, so I apologise for that. We are going to get into the second round though. The first round has gone the way of Infused.
Yes, it has.
On T side after losing Nifs.
And they've clearly shown what they can do when they win those first rounds.
Yeah. So, apologies for that. We are on the way in this second round. It is the round of 16 now. Winners will go through the quarterfinals, which we will play tonight, by the way. And the semi-finals and the final will be played tomorrow. It's best of 1 all the way to the final, best of 3 in the grand final. Existent fifth Laren getting themselves a couple of good kills inside the inner bomb. Some are on train for this game too. After Infused took out the big favourites in game 1 and now face the reigning world champions in the form of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Get Right has already picked himself up one as I just try and reorientate myself, but it doesn't matter. Pulse has got himself a double P90 at the end of the round for a 2-0 lead for the Brits. So, good start by Critical and the boys. Let's see where we go in round 3. Just looking through weaponry right now. Looks like we've got Phallus ready. In fact, we have. And Forest.
On the scout.
Oh, gotta love it. Already with the scout out. And let's just see. Where is Forest pushing? Interesting. Okay. Well, we might just flick over and see. I wondered if that was going to work out for him or not. It wasn't. So anyway, we'll switch back to Get Right and see who's already tagged Critical, who's up in that back alley inside bomb site. Nothing doing so far. Minute remaining in round 3. And just a small bit of damage for Fifth Laren and a little bit to Critical and Pairs. And it's the outside push, the one they're going for right now. It's being guarded by Exist. And again, all 3 men tagged down. Still no one goes down. Xerox finally picks up the first frag of the round with the headshot. Replied back. Forrest and Freiberg pick up the kills. There was a missed shot in the middle of that with that mini AWP. And Get Right and Freiberg pick up a double at the end of the round. And that'll be a nice win, nice one round by Nip, who reduced the score to a 2-1 scoreline with an early bye. Mini AWP, by the way. Mini AWP. Not a scout, mini AWP.
Mini op. Nice. Nice. I like that.
It's nothing of the sort. What am I talking about? How to confuse the new people playing the game. Sorry about that. We've got an inside rush on no deals whatsoever, actually. They're just going to push right down into this early bomb zone. Get right, well, likes these kind of rounds. There's 3. Hello, number 4. Yeah, number 4. How about the ace? That would be quite nice. Yeah, let's pop in with the ace.
That's get right, ladies and gentlemen.
Get right, getting stuff done. 2-2. Not much more you can say about that. Likes those rounds. Easy meat, they call that. And just going to get his position here for the set smoke over the top. That's going to be, I was going to say quite well positioned. Yeah, just about. It is just about. And, well, not positioned well enough. Freiberg picks up the double. Plant is in, though, early. Look at this. And through the smoke, Fiflaren goes straight in to defuse the bomb. He's going to get cut down by Pez, who was running in with a knife. Actually, Critical was going with a knife. Doesn't matter. Bit of a fun round. It's 3-2 to the CT-sided NIP. The Pyjamas are in charge.
As they always turn out to be.
Well, mostly. Mostly.
I'm
So,
looking for Infused to take this round, though.
Well, they've got 2 on board already. I said earlier on, it is a heavily CT biased map. In fact, statistically speaking, over all the events that we've had so far, of which there have been 11 that I'm including in the stats, it is statistically the most biased CT dominant map. But that it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, if you play the wrong team or you play the right team, it can easily be switched around. I actually saw a couple of games as Powell picks up the opening AWP shot of the round. At fairly short range on exist. I've seen a couple of games where actually the T's have dominated, and then they've switched over and the T's have dominated again. It's quite peculiar how it works out on such a biased CT map. But this time round 3-2 so far after those first 2 rounds went the way of Infused after winning the opening pistol. Freiberg just pegging Zeox to the wall with the AK, picks up a second, he might get a third, now has to switch over, and well, through the smoke he's just sort of blatantly firing away and picks up the triple for a straightforward round win yet again. And look at this, they've got so many weapons right now, so much money. They can just decide whatever they want to do, and let's just check out the scoreboard right now. So Get Right with that, Ace has picked himself up to 8-2, Freiberg 9-2 now, and his fellow members are just lagging a little bit behind. Fiflaren exists, 3-4. And over on the other side, it's Zeox who leads the way so far. Got 4-1 Ivy split this time round. 4 men pushing fast with a chance here for Exist to just fill his boots. 2 in a row. Freiberg picks up the third. Only Zeox has come back replied. But Freiberg yet again has got himself another kill. Another 3 in the round. Fiflaren's hunting here with the AWP as well. Exist finishes things off nicely. Those 2 doing very nicely outside, waiting for that 4 push Ivy. No problem at all, and it's 5-2. And straightforward so far, Hobner. There's not really been a huge amount to talk about.
No, I mean, it's always very hard to get on that A side. That's a thing you can mention. And they've been trying that. They've also tried a B, which didn't really work out because they were in their eco. So I assume they will try a B again sometime soon, because they've been pressuring A so much.
Yeah, well, they are going to try and push out on the outer side through side this time round, but that's not working for them either. Exist is just absolutely on fire outside, as is Freiberg. He's picked up another couple as well, and might just have to record that phrase and just play it back every round. 5-2 scoreline after a little bit of a slip by Nip early on. Nothing troubling them too badly, and Pez is now the last man alive here, and he's only got 4 players to find, and they're only playing for the world champions, so no problem, right? Well, yeah, huge problem. And that'll be GG for that particular round. 6-2 is the lead for the Swedes.
Infused are in a tough position here because this is still a BO1.
Yeah.
We're only moving into the best of 3s tomorrow, so they have to win here or they're out.
Yeah, well, actually, the best of 3s, the only best of 3 we'll have all weekend actually is the grand final. The rest of the games are best of 1s, and we do have 4 play weeks, of course. So, for those of you worried about the teams that have already gone out, which obviously we've already lost the first round teams, don't worry, they will still get another 3 chances to go through and accumulate points. That's what it's all about right now. It's about accumulating points. As Get Right is doing exactly that in this game, accumulating plenty of frags as Freiburg just picks up another kill. Fifth Lauren lagging behind a little bit, but that's because his teammates are just so damn good at taking all the frags away from him. 7-2 is the score right now. So getting back to the points thing, you know, the old phrase of points make prizes. Well, they really do in EMS 1 because the more points you pick up through the season allows you to qualify for the top 16 in the RaidCall EMS 1, and those 16 are in the playoffs. The top 8 of which, from the group stages of that, 4 groups of 4, will then go through to the LAN finals. And that happens 4 times this year. 4 LAN finals, ladies and gents, for CSGO and for Dota 2. I love it. And am I going to cast some more CSGO was a question I had quite earlier from a lot of people earlier. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Fifth Lauren then. Getting things started for NIP inside that inner bomb site. Get Right replies back with another one. Only Critical standing up for any sort of abuse, and he's been dealt with by Get Right too. Powell finally shuts him down. It's a 3 versus 1. Now, Fifth Lauren has got himself a second in the round. Forrest with the 5th, and not really finding anything that works right now. Infused. It is a difficult map. I mean, it's not Infused's fault. They've got to try and mix it up a bit more and try in different ways, and they've done that. There's been some really good strats that the team have put together, probably under the guidance of Critical, in terms of what they've done with set smokes and that push outside, the little push inside, first ramp, second ramp. That they are mixing it up, so it's not like they're not trying to do things a bit differently. Here comes another set smoke. Now, is this going to be one of those pushes I saw them do in a demo yesterday? They actually made a push out onto that Elna bomb site and literally planted within 20 seconds. And that smoke is not quite right, actually. It's not in the same place that it was before, and in any case, NIP are in no mood to mess around tonight and shut them down. And it's 9-2 on that Elta bomb site. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, rock, paper, scissors. None of them are really working.
Nope, not really. As NIP are... They're sitting in perfect positions. They've got their aim down. They've practiced so much. They're just doing so well in general. They're executing everything perfectly, so it's so hard to find a weak spot in their strategy.
Yeah, there's an interesting piece on HLTV with Rattlesnake, by the way, if you want to check that out in the break. I'll leave the controversy to the people that pulled the piece together, but suffice to say it's very interesting, and one of the things he talks about is team play and team chemistry. And he should know, he's played with almost the same team for about 7 years. And NIP have so far played with exactly the same team since they've reformed and come back to Counter-Strike, and have so far not lost a single map on LAN, let alone not lost a tournament. And you can see why. Their team play is just so fluid, sticking together. This time around they are in a little bit of trouble here though. Forrest has got himself 2 on the inner bomb site. The bomb is going to be defused here, is it? No, Powell's up top. He's going to place all sorts of havoc down on that top side and does pick up the final kill of the round. And that'll get them their 3rd kill of the round with the bomb planted as well. So a little bit sloppy inside from Nip, and to give credit where it's due, really good push that time round from Infused.
Definitely. I'm curious to see what they plan next. If they want to try to repeat that, because that's always a thing. You want to repeat what you've done previously, or do you not want to because you assume that your enemies are going to prepare for it?
Well, that's always the test, isn't it? Do you want to repeat or don't you repeat it? Will they expect it and won't they expect it? And we've got a 3-2 split, 3 down at Ivy right now, and 2 pushing back into White Halls. The 2 that were going White Halls actually had the bomb with them. They forgot the bomb. I think it was thrown down by one of the guys going long. And they threw it down and had to come back. Well, that's an awkward flash from Freiburg. See many of them now. And that's allowed the Infused guys to push forward with a position smoke at the end of the hallway, which will give them cover. Not a great deal of cover unless they can nail the man just outside, which is exactly what they've done. Now, a chance to get inside that bomb site. Just a spam through the smoke from Freiburg's easy here. Picks up 2 more kills. Forrest with the 3rd, and they're dropping like flies yet again. Freiburg with his hat-trick. Forrest cleans up the 2nd of the round for him. And nothing doing on that whatsoever. They've really not been able to get out through that side alley. And almost surprised they wanted to go back that way. 10-3. And we're on board with a Mumu from League of Legends, by the way. I'm just, you know.
Can you actually bring up League of Legends in the Counter-Strike community?
I was challenged to do so, and I've successfully achieved, thanks to GetRight having the wrong kind of moniker. GetRight's actually picked himself up for this round, and Fifth Lauren is the ace thief this time. And that's 2, both on eco, so you know, no big deal, but you know, they all count. It's good to get them done. And we're at 11-3, and oh, the gun tossing has begun.
Yes.
Gold eagles apiece. Last round, of course, that's why the plethora of guns was seen on the floor. And here comes that set smoke again, over the top now. Is this the one for the far side plant? I wonder. Let's just have a look and see. It might well be, you know. Critical's rushing outside. Let's just see. It's Pez who's got bomb though, so if it is, it's going to be a fake. Critical somehow has got himself all the way round to pop, and they've got inside the bomb site here. That bomb will get planted. Grenade's going to come raining down on top. GetRight comes in behind them as well. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3 in a row, and it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. 12-3. You have no idea why I use that phrase, Hubner, have you?
No.
No. So on Nuke, the CTs are like Scots guards.
Oh, right.
And one of the phrases they use if you press the bind enough is easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, I actually never used the voice commands.
Really?
Yeah.
They're fun. They're particularly fun on that map for CTs. So, 12-3.5, and Nip really in charge. I mean, 12-3 is not a terrible score, and when you switch over, it's not actually that bad. So, but they do need to win the pistols, and they've already won the pistols once, so they can do it again. Let's just see how they split this time round. Sort of a 2-2-1 right now, with GetRight doing the Lone Ranger thing, and has been actually taken out by Zeox in a 1-1. Zeox, long range shots, 2 in a row from him, picks up the kill on Fifth Lauren as well, gets a 3rd outside here. Actually, that was Forrest. We just switched over to him just as I said that, so a little bit too excited. But it's now a 2v1 in favour of the pyjama-clad Counter-Strike players, and up onto the top of his head is Forrest. And the T-sided Nips take the round with 3 from Forrest in that round.
They're 13-3 now.
Indeed they are. Well done.
And they won the first round, which means, in theory, they're already up 53.
Yeah, but we saw that in the first half.
Yeah, of course.
Early buy resulted in a good round win for NIP, so it doesn't always work out like that. As GetRight, look, if you're going to avoid me by using the ladders, I'm just going to cheat and go back up on the ladders as well. 2 for 2. Wow, where did those come from? Powell and Pulse do pick up a frag apiece, so a little bit more expensive than NIP wanted. And you know what? Exist is a little bit low here too. And if they can get himself a weapon, well, they're kind of hemmed in here. Powell is in Z. He's got 1 more, but GetRight's having none of this whatsoever. There is another man down on this far side, which is Pulse. He's very low indeed. And in fact, now he has nothing left whatsoever, and that'll be 14-3. So, bit of a demolition here on the looks of it. But actually, I think it's fair to say that Infused did a good job in that first half of getting those 3 rounds. They just needed a few more. They're going to make a game of this, and big round right now.
This definitely is. They of course they bought. They don't have the best of weapons, the best of gear, so they're going to be in a tough spot here against Nip. But actually picking off kills. Yeah,
and Zeox going all aggressive at the bottom there, and well, that's just too easy for Forrest. He flashed out, perfectly placed flashed. GetRight comes in for another, and that's a double, is it? No, he's just got the single, not quite picking off the 4th player. So just Pulse and Powell remaining. And it's a 2 versus 2. They've actually, it's a 2 versus 3, but they've got a health advantage here overall. 200 plays 119 between 3. But if you're NIP, you'd fancy your chances 3v1 from 3 versus 2 from this position, even with low health. You've got to make this advantage count. GetRight does give them the advantage now, as it's now a 3 versus 1. Time is not really a factor this time round. 40 seconds remaining. We've got Powell here, who's going to have to jump down quickly and smartly. He's got no Kevlar here or helmet, so it's going to be a tough call. There is a man to the left-hand side. He's going to get nailed if he doesn't check it, and he... wow. I was going to say that was pixel perfect. It wasn't quite, but that one was. Headshot was brilliant from Pal. This was a 3-on-1. It's now a 1 versus 1. Bomb is ticking down here. No kit in hand either. So I don't think he can get this, even if it causes a bit of a distraction. Get Right, 1 versus 1, will win the clutch round. Who else but Get Right?
With 2 HP.
With 2 HP. Extraordinary. I mean, you just never bet against the guy in a 1v1, but that was so close. So close.
If he'd had the kid, he would have had a chance.
Would have had the chance because he had a little bit more time to play around with it. As it was, he was kind of rushed. But 2 more points of health, and that round was almost going to be his. So 3-0 to Nip. They're now on match point. It's 15-3. There's not really much weaponry in the way of anything from the previous round. So they've just got... actually, they've all got AKs this round. My mistake. Sorry, Famas this round. I thought I saw one without anything. Maybe there was, and Critical's gone down already. I don't think Zeox has got much in the way of weapons either. So just 3, maybe 4 Famas between them. Not a huge amount of confidence in them winning this round, and yet somehow they found themselves with a 4 versus 2 here as we ride on board with Pal. Just check where they are right now. So Forest is on side, which we used to call Ivy. Get Right just coming out into the bottom of A right now, and Pal is ready for him as well and picks him off perfectly. Lovely little headshot, and only Forest now stands between them on this match point. Just going to make it a bit more interesting, or what? Yep, certainly are. There's 1 round on the board, and we're at 15-4. Comeback, Hubner?
Yeah, of course. It's definitely going to end in a draw and thus in an overtime. I think everyone's expecting exactly that right now.
No. Everyone is expecting this to be a Ninjas in Pyjamas easy victory by cruising through. That's what they're expecting. They're not expecting a comeback by Infused, and that's taking nothing away from Infused because they played really well. Certainly got a fantastic first match as well. It's just that NIP are usually in a different class. Now, are they going to learn from the previous round? Doesn't look like it. They're already struck down twice. Make that a 3rd with the HG coming in from Critical. He gets a double. Pez gets the 5th of the round. And they've only lost 2 men. And they'll get the defuse. It's 15-5 now.
See, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Is that what you're saying, or?
No.
No, okay.
No. But that was well done. So we're gonna see the 15-6 now? Is it gonna happen?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Every round that they can put on the board now, they have the advantage of being on CT, of course, so that's one thing in their favour. Their other favour is that they've played very well tonight, and will take a great deal of heart regardless of whatever the result. Now, would it be extraordinary to wish, dream, they could maybe come back from this and win this game and go through? Because if they do, you'd have to fancy them, you know. To beat 2 of the most successful teams in the last couple of months. Certainly NIP, of course, and Mouse Sports, former Mouse Sports team, obviously gave a good account of themselves at DreamHack as well. And played very well. And Pez has also played very well this evening. 5 versus 4. Fiflaren might not even be there. He's got 1 health point and has got the bomb, which is a little bit risky, in my opinion. It's just... Just try and see where they were right now. Well, they've got 3 inside, and Get Right's now got the bomb on him, so that makes sense. Now, surely they've worked out that there are 3 men outside, and they should just push inside. Here they go then. First ramp is the thing that they're going to attack. Now, they do pop inside, and immediately Fiflaren picks off Critical. Pulse replies back on Get Right. Fiflaren's still alive with 1 point of health. Why are we not switching? Damn it.
That was very well executed. The retake by Infused.
It was a risky
Nip was
retake, but it was a very good one.
Overwhelmed there, because so many people coming out of the connector all of a sudden.
Indeed, it was. So 3-3.5. Even with my most basic of maths, that's 15-6, and they did have 12 match points. NIP, they've now got 9 match points. As we get things underway, it's Fiflaren who opens things up this time. In fact, he's got 2 in the round. They've planted early on the outside bomb side as well. Freiburg comes in with the 3rd, and we've got a 3 versus 2. Pulse equalises things back up now.
Paul's on 5 HP. He only needs to take 1 hit.
He does. Powell's going to nail Get Right. Freiburg replays back. He's now on 1 versus 1. Powell's going to have to switch over, take away that. Does jump up at the top. This is brilliant little piece of play from Powell. Can he win the round? Oh, he's run out of bullets. 11 HP now. Oh, Freiburg. Brilliant. And GG finishes it off in style. Well played, Freiburg. Right at the end. 16-6 is your final score. And ladies and gentlemen, I present you NIP through safely to the quarterfinals.
I'm almost a bit sad.
A bit sad because you wanted the comeback.
Yeah, I wanted the 15-15.
Of course. Of course. But, you know, it's funny, isn't it, how they had a previous gun round, chance to win the game, didn't take it. Another gun round, didn't take it. Then they go, do you know what, let's just rush Eco outside and plant the bomb. Yeah, that'll win.
Yeah.
It's just how they roll. It's just how they roll. Welcome back, anyway. If you have just joined us, you've missed a couple of games this evening. We are on the RaidCall EMS 1, Week 1, Day 1. For €1,000 this week, of course, in the first cup. We've got another cup next week, and the week after, and the week after that. Then we take a little bit of a break, and then we've got the playoff stages, which is the top 16 ranked teams from the season. It's all about points as they go through it. And then finally, in our 6th and final week of RaidCall's EMS 1, will be the LAN finals for the top 8 teams in Counter-Strike Go for Season 1. And then we'll move into Season 2, and 3, and 4. We've got 4 giving away €156,000 just on Counter-Strike Go for this season. So, big season for it.
Yes.
You can just agree and then not speak if you want.
Yeah, no.
We've got Hubner alongside us.
I don't actually want to speak.
You don't?
No.
Why?
I'm scared.
Really?
No, just kidding.
This is the man that we invited along to replace Joe Miller this evening, and doing a sterling job.
I know.
Even if you think he is actually nude right now, he's not.
No, I actually am. He's just trying to hide that.
Right, so we are done for game number 2. We will be back for the quarterfinals. If you've got any thoughts on the quarterfinals, of anything that you particularly want to see, then we're all ears. We'll listen to you. If you've got some particular favourites, and I see that there's a genuine reason to go and stream one of the 4 quarterfinals, then we'll do that for you. Absolutely. In the meantime, make sure you go and check out the website, csgo.raidcall-ems1.com. And you can check out all the brackets, you can watch the live stream, you can see who's gone through, you can also see how it all works, the timeline. It's a fantastic little website, and also shows you all of the participants that have come through. So 8 ESL Major Series finalists, 1 ESL Pro Series champion, and 1 ESL A Series champion already qualified through to these EMS. And then, of course, those that go into the A Series have a chance of playing in these games too.
Yes.
Tell them how they can. I just put you on the spot there. I'm joking, Hubner. Don't worry about it. Carmack, you can have him back gladly after this. No problem at all. I'm not playing for keeps here. And all of this is brought to you by RaidCall, of course, our wonderful sponsor for these 4 seasons this year. So pay them some love, please, as well. Go and message them and thank them for supporting Counter-Strike Go. I'm particularly proud that they've come and supported one of our top games, one of the favourite games, obviously, for myself and from the guys that are watching right now. And it's fantastic to be able to bring some cash prizes and some teams, top-line teams to these tournaments, and give Counter-Strike the coverage it deserves here at ESL TV as well. So yeah, go and support RaidCall. Go and download the client. Check it out. It's actually very good. It's one of those things that if you play with it a little bit and you get used to it, and you understand what it can do for you, and you understand that it's low CPU usage and very low footprint on your memory, and the fact that you can have massive amounts of people in a group chat, watch your streams, chat about it, and not need a server, which is awesome, because I hated that in the past, needing a vent server or whatever. So you don't need a server, so go and check it out. It's a rather cool piece of software, and thank the guys from us as well. We are going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we will have the quarter-final of the RaidCall EMS 1. Week 1, Cup 1. Don't go anywhere.